All right, so today I want to cover different strategies to be able to implement to onboard new co-hosting clients, either for your Airbnb co-hosting business or your Airbnb property management business. And to start off, whenever I say Airbnb co-hosting, I refer to that as full service management. So let's just get that straight in the very beginning. And there's so many different people that I've been talking to over the past few months, past year, past couple years, and they really just rely on either three different aspects to acquire clients. The first one being referrals, friends, family members, maybe your neighbor heard that you manage Airbnbs now. The second one is going to be Facebook groups, right? So people are constantly in Facebook groups, always looking for clients. What happens whenever somebody says, hey, look, I'm looking for an Airbnb co-host for my vacation rental? You and 30 other people then comment on that Facebook group and say, hey, look, I'm an Airbnb co-host. And then you go into your whole spill. What ends up happening is they probably talk to 3 or 4 people. One of those 3 to 4 people end up dropping their rate down to 10, 12%, and then they end up moving forward with that person, right? So these are the strategies that everybody has been implementing, and they honestly just don't work. And then the last one that I want to touch on is going to be the new Airbnb co-host platform. Now, Airbnb came out with the co-host platform sometime last year. I think it was in March of 2024 is when they launched the Airbnb co-host platform. And if you got in very early, you most likely got a decent amount of leads flowing through. But as more and more people caught on to this idea of Airbnb co-host, the platform, more people started joining that channel, and then the leads ended up drying up. Now, that's the thing. When you have a simple way to find clients or get clients coming in, once one person hears about it, the whole world will end up hearing about it. So it's really up to you to get more creative on figuring out ways to onboard co-hosting clients. Now, to break it down, I came across a strategy over the past 4 or 5 years that really works a lot better than just waiting for referrals, trying to find clients in Facebook groups, and going on Airbnb co-hosting platform. In reality, what you're doing is you're just waiting for the right moment for a client to just find you, right? Or somebody to just post something on that Facebook group saying, hey, look, I want to co-host, and you're just hoping that they choose you to move forward with and let you manage their short-term rental or Airbnb. But in reality, if you really want to grow a business and you really have a strong why on why you want to grow this co-hosting Airbnb property management business, you need to start thinking more strategically on how to actually find clients, right? So what I came to the conclusion on is if we look at all these larger property managers out there, there's so many different ones, and they all just honestly do a terrible job because of the fact that they scale so quickly by spending tons and tons of money on marketing. And what ends up happening when you scale so quickly and your operations aren't dialed in is you lose the value of quality service that you promised these owners in the very beginning. So what I came to the conclusion on is all these owners that were being managed by these other property managers, they could be large property managers or they could be small property managers. There's honestly, not everybody is doing a really good job. If you could find these owners that were already had an Airbnb, they were already set up as an Airbnb, and they were already paying somebody 20% for terrible service or a service that they weren't really happy with in the beginning. It was an easy conversion point to be able to get them to switch over management companies, right? So that's the strategy that I decided to implement. I spent a lot of time door knocking on a lot of agents' doors, time in Facebook groups. Airbnb co-hosting platform back in the day when I started wasn't around. So didn't have that idea to just get referrals or clients thrown at me. So I had to actually go after and target these owners of these other property managers, right? Because if we really think about it, it's kind of a slam dunk, right? Because they're already set up as an Airbnb. They don't have to buy a house. They don't have to find a house. They don't have to furnish a house. You don't have to convince them to pay 20% when they're already paying 20%, right? So all these things align, and they're not happy with the service that they're currently receiving. So they're more than likely willing to move forward with you, right? So you have to come up with a way to target these owners and present so much value to them and explain how you do things differently as a boutique Airbnb manager, and they're more than happy to move forward with you, right? So this is the strategy that I implemented that allowed me to scale my Airbnb co-hosting business very rapidly. So if you're looking to scale the business, that is the number one strategy that I would implement today if you want to actually have a consistent way to bring on clients every single month.